streaming live through Midiman45. Let's see what it gave me. It gave me a message there to do something, and I don't think I understood it. Okay, according to the live right now, and I didn't get a chance to send anything out to none of the contacts, nobody. This is my first time do the streaming live. I need to Midiman45 mute my sound on this side. Okay, I think everything is still going pretty good. Like I said, it's first time using this here live streaming, and I'm just want to say first of all, good evening to all of you. I mean, not good evening, but good morning. And it has been a blessed day so far. I've been able to do a few things and learn a few things, and I just decided I would go. And matter of fact, it gave me the option to do live streaming. Now, like I said, this is my first time, and it might be a lot of clicks, and might be a lot of pops, it might be a lot of everything that's going on in this video. Matter of fact, I'm looking at my screen now, and it says that it was like crowing. In other words, like it was stuck. But at any rate, this Midiman, y'all, this old Midiman, yep, the one from Blog Talk Radio, the one from that does all the videos and every morning, and well, not every morning, but most of the mornings I try to do a video. I try to give people encouragement as well as for myself. Some of the things that I say is more for me than for anybody else. So I'm just saying that this is one that I came back to do. I was looking at some videos about beat making and production, and we got a lot of good resources here on YouTube, all across the board, from different beat makers and from professional on down to the beginner, amateur. If you want to, I hate to say amateur, but I would just call it the beginning beat maker. Even to myself, I call myself a beginning beat maker because I don't really make beats. I had a hard time with that. I come from the old school. Mind you, I come from the old school. In other words, I was doing this here before there was any Fruity Loops, before there was any sequences at all. I was there when they first come out with the hardware sequence that they're going to show you. Now I'm ageable, but I ain't old. Too old to learn. And it was back in the early '80s. As a matter of fact, when IBM PCs and they were before we had Windows. And matter of fact, when I was in college, when I entered college, there were no Windows. In 1982, there were no Windows at all. And so therefore, there was none of this MIDI stuff that everybody's accustomed to right now. There was nothing like that at all. And so excuse me for being old school, if you mind, but believe it or not, I don't come on YouTube to bash the newfangled way of doing things. And neither am I going to discredit the old way of doing things, because to a lot of us, especially us older cats, you get me a hardware sequencer, the one that I started out on, I can move quickly in that thing better than I can in Fruity Loops and all these other ones. But I don't discredit the other one, because from looking at you guys out there and gals that use that stuff, make me want to get into it more. So I'm just saying, I'm so glad that I can sit here and say that. Now, what I want to do is I want to say one thing to the beat makers, the ones that I've seen thus far. I want to give y'all A-OK. In other words, love it. But it's one thing that I have noticed when I'm listening to the drum tracks. Now, mind you, I hear a lot of stuff going on, and it sounds good. But I'm talking about the realistic factor here, people. Realistic factor. Okay, a drummer only has two hands, a pair of feet, two legs. In other words, each one got a foot on it. So that means you got one foot on the right leg, one foot on the left leg. And you got one hand over here, the right hand and the left hand. Now, so that means that a drummer can only make 4 sounds at once. It can only make 4 sounds at once. There's no, I mean, look at it. You got 2 hands and you got 2 feet. You can only make 4 sounds. A drummer can only make 4 sounds. So now, when you programming these beats in the software realm, when you don't have a drummer, and you may have downloaded MT Power drums and different ones like Easy Keys, Easy Drummer, and all those other software, or I should say virtual instruments. And when you get in the piano roll or whatever, and you programming those drum tracks, don't get carried away. Cause see, a lot of you y'all are doing so much in that drama, you're putting so many elements into them tracks. There's no way a drummer could possibly play those. So therefore, what? Those drum tracks are unrealistic. And so now look people, look guys, gals. Now don't scold me. I'm not saying that you're not good at what you're doing, because those tracks sounds good, because the groove is there. But being realistic, now if you get a professional record company or whoever might go and listen at your track, and they are professional and they can hear things that an amateur or a beginner like myself may not can catch. I mean, I'm no big time producer, but I do know music, and I do know the elements and what it takes to play a different instrument. I mean, I play guitar. I've been learning guitar. I took it back up. I used to do it in high school a little bit, but I dropped away from it. But I have picked it back up recently, and I know exactly what I can do in my guitar and my keyboard back here. And I don't have 8 fingers and 2 thumbs. 8 fingers and 2 thumbs. So I'm limited to what? How many notes can I play at one time? Well, realistically, I can only play 10 notes on the piano or keyboard at one time. And then that would be even difficult sometimes to do to play that many notes at one time, even though, like I said, it is possible. So what I'm saying to the beat maker, and I'm not downing you at all, because y'all guys and girls are great. God knows I love the tracks I've heard thus far. I have not seen no bad video of no bad beat making video at all. But I have heard some of the beat making video where you just had too much going on your drum track. Because like I say, and that's the only thing I'm addressing. Not trying to be critical or nothing. I love it. But I'm just saying, if you're trying to get the attention of the big guys, I feel that you should keep things realistic. If you only have 2 hands and 2 feet, you can only play 4 notes at any given time on a drum track. So be careful. That's all Midiman is saying. Be careful when you are doing and creating your drum track on your compositions, or whatever y'all want to call them, tracks or stems or whatever they may be. Just got to be careful when you're doing your instrumentation and you putting your notes on these different instruments. You need to know the limitation of the player. And it would help you to know the limitation of the instrument. Because sometimes we might, for certain instruments like flute, you can go too low with a flute. A flute can only go so low. Or piccolo, or bass. It only got a range. You need to know the ranges of those instruments, so when you do your music production, you keep those elements in their range. Keep the sax in its range. Keep the piccolo if you're going to use one. Keep the harp. Keep the piano. Well, the pianos, cover the whole spectrum, so it don't really classify in this here thing, but I'm talking about your transposable instruments mainly. But make certain that you keep them in their range in your music production, and I believe somebody big up there will see your track and they will endorse your track, and I wouldn't be surprised if you wouldn't get a call in a few weeks. That's just Midiman take. Now look, Midiman, I've told you from the beginning, I don't know too much about beat making. I just got into this thing. I'm old school. The Pro Tools, I don't even have a Pro Tools set up. Matter of fact, I have basic setup on my system, something that I can work with, something linear. I have a hard time with pattern-based, loops-based sequences. I'm trying to learn though. And God knows I welcome any of you that if you could throw me some videos or point me to some tutorial that'll help me to understand that process to make me better at beat making, I would appreciate it. But I'm just saying, from this standpoint, that's what I came to do this here live video, and to test this software, to test live streaming on video on YouTube. I never used it before, so I'm coming live right now. Didn't send out nobody no invitation. I just came on live just to test the software. And I'm saying this, people. I'm also a minister of music, and I want to make certain I put this in. As a minister of music, you are in charge of the ministry of the music in your church, whatever church that might be. I'm privileged to be the minister of music in my home church as well. The Antioch Missionary Baptist Church, where I pastor, Pastor Donnie Green Sr. out of Albany, Georgia. And I'm also minister of music at New Salem CME in Benevolence, Georgia. And I will not mess up the new pastor's name. He's just brand new, just came this month. But I think his first name might be Brandon. I'm not sure. So like I said, I'm going to leave that alone. And I'm also minister of music on third Sunday at Pleasant Grove AME, Pastor Stephanie Walton. And she's a dynamic preacher. Matter of fact, all three of them are dynamic. My pastor as well as the other two. What I'm saying is, as a minister of music, sometimes we have to make decisions. We have to talk to the choir a certain way. And I'm just one that I would just, when it comes to the music, I want it as the best it can be as far as the knowledge that I have. And I thank God for my music instructor, Dr. Stan Pepple, at Berry College in Rome, Georgia. I thank God for my piano instructor, Miss Ryle, or Miss Kessler now, I think. In other words, I haven't heard from her in years, and I got to find out the contact. But I was taught by these here, they were professional, they were pros, they was great at their task. And they passed that knowledge on to me and embedded it. And so therefore, I want to employ this greatly, to my choir scene. So when I say something, I may say a lot of things, and I'm trying to and I speak to the whole choir. I'm not singling out no individual. Now, they may take it that way, but I can't help that. See, that's up to you. When I speak, I'm speaking to the whole choir as a whole. So if you are a person that cannot stand to be criticized, or you take offense at every little bit of thing like that, then Midiman is sorry, but I can't change that. That's just a problem you have. I got to teach the choir, and I'm going to teach the choir with what I know, and I'm going to teach them voices. I'm going to teach them their part. Now, they may not sing them, but I'm going to teach them. And if you are not able to do that, then you do the best you can. And a lot of times people be saying things not to just pinpoint anybody, because I don't do that. And so this is why, like I said, I was glad that I found this here streaming live video. And I got to figure out a way to get it to the people. Some of the people, y'all may want to listen to them. You may want to listen to them and see what I'm saying. And I don't try to be no expert at nothing. I'm a learner. I love learning. I love exploring new things. And I like to take what I know and then pass it on to the masses. My fellow musicians out there's not a musician yet that I have not tried to help. Matter of fact, everybody have crossed Midiman45 channel. I have tried to help them in any way that I could. Nevertheless, many have come and gone. Some I don't even have contact with anymore. I try to get in contact with them, try to send them messages. They don't even reply. They don't respond. So in other words, when you do that, that just let Midiman know that you don't want to be bothered. Midiman don't take an offense. I just move on and keep going. I got a mission, people. I got a mission. And I'm going to fulfill my mission on this planet. I don't want to leave this planet and get and stand before my God. And then he asked me, what did I do with the talents and the gifts he gave me? Now, he may not have given me the gifts and the talent. It may not satisfy you, but he didn't give it for me to satisfy you. But he wanted me to fulfill it to the maximum that I could do. In other words, I don't try to play like nobody else. I don't try to pattern myself after nobody else. I'm Midiman. I am unique. I'm just me. And I can't help what you do. I don't do all this explicit trying to, show off, show you how many cards I can, or how many scales I can run and everything. That don't help you. I got to show you how to do these things slowly. And I want you to be your own self, and so therefore I create these things in a way. When I do the tutorial, I break them down in chunks. I ain't gonna sit there and just play the thing. That ain't helping you none. I can play a lot of songs that y'all don't hear me play, not on the video. Oh, I can play a whole lot of stuff that y'all ain't never heard. Oh yeah, I can do that. I can take a hymn and transform it, just like that. All this stuff that you hear the other musicians talking about, the 1, 2, 3, and all that number system. I know all that stuff. Been knowing it for years. But I don't try to challenge anybody, make anybody else look bad. Let them teach it the way they teach it. I don't have to go in there and downgrade what they're doing just because I might already know it. Let somebody else know it. I don't have to give my opinion on everything just because I hear a lot of things that are not correct, theoretically. I'm a theory man. I'm a composition man. But just because I hear somebody say something that's not theoretical, I don't just fault them. This is Minnie Man. I'm going to end this broadcast right about now. Y'all take care of yourself until the next time. Peace and goodbye.